Hello and welcome to Manga Tour 96, and today we continue with the Straw Hat crew discussion. Today's focus will be on everyone's favorite whale shark helmsman of the Straw Hat Pirates, Jimbei. This video will be in the same style like my other Straw Hat discussion videos were. I will go over Jimbei's personality, his role in the story and his combat abilities. Before we start, here's a brief overview on who Jimbei is. Knight of the Sea, Jimbei is the helmsman of the Straw Hat Pirates. He is the 10th member of the crew and the 9th to join, doing so during the Wano Country arc. Jimbei is a whale shark fisherman and a powerful master of fisherman karate. His dream is to fulfill his former captain's Fisher Tiger's dying wish of coexistence and equality between humans and fishermen. He was a member of the Sun Pirates, eventually becoming its second captain after the death of their original captain Tiger. He eventually became one of the 7 warlords of the sea, though he resigned during the Battle of Marineford. Prior to and amidst said war, Jimbei befriended Monkey D. Luffy and 2 years later allied with him and his crew to prevent the new Fishman Pirates' coup d'etat against the Ryugu Kingdom's Neptune's royal family. Luffy thereafter invited him to join the Straw Hat Pirates, but Jimbei held it off until severing ties with Big Mom during the Whole Cake Island arc. After staying behind in Totoland to protect the Sun Pirates from Big Mom's wrath, Jimbei returned to the Straw Hats during the Wano Country arc, officially announcing his status as a member of the crew. He currently has a bounty of 438 million berry. Jimbei is a fisherman of great pride and honor. He is known to the world government as a pirate-hating pirate, possibly due to the action of the pirates in Fishman Island, kidnapping fishermen and merfolk to sell them as slaves. However, he has great respect for Whitebeard and his crew, as he sees them as a completely different story. Because of what Whitebeard had done for his homeland, Fishman Island, he understood the damage a war between the world government and Whitebeard would cause. He knows that places like his home, which are protected by simply being part of Whitebeard's territory, will suffer the most should Whitebeard lose the war. Also, despite originally hating pirates, he did not spare a second thought of becoming one in order to aid his brethren, Fisher Tiger. Because of his honor, Jimbei is very respectful and considerate to the people he serves under. When asked to join the Straw Hat Pirates, Jimbei declined due to still being affiliated with Big Mom, and could only join after he left her crew. Jimbei also desired consent from his crew, the Sun Pirates, in order to join the Straw Hats, showing Jimbei is very considerate towards his former crew members' feelings. However, despite wishing to settle things with Big Mom with honor and respect, after Jimbei saw the roulette, he correctly deduced that it was rigged to kill him and his crew and chose to silently revolt instead. However, once Jimbei confronted Big Mom again, he personally declared his intentions to leave her crew in front of her guests and crew members to ensure it was official. Despite his pride, Jimbei appears to put his priorities and principles over his honor, and is not above retreating from an otherwise unfinished battle, despite being shamed or openly mocked by an opponent, if it was for the sake of the greater good. He also does not seem to hesitate from encouraging others to do likewise for a similar cause, as seen when he pleaded and managed to convince Luffy to prioritize Ace's safety first over avenging his brother's loss against Blackbeard. Jimbei has also displayed great humility regarding his personal strength and status, a trait most unique among the 7 warlords of the sea. This was made apparent by his willingness to even lose his status for his refusal to fight against the Whitebeard pirates. Also, unlike his former crewmate Arlong, the fact that he is willing to aid a human, Whitebeard, as well as team up with others, separates him from the other fishmen, whereas Arlong would never dream of such a thing. Even Nami's recruitment into his crew was near slavery. Jimbei proves to be able to treat some humans as equals and also acknowledge when he owes one a debt. While he is a fisherman with a great emotional control, he is empathic and understanding of the pains of others, such as being brought to tears when Luffy broke down from losing his brother in front of him after he had awoken from the battle at Marineford. Jimbei is also capable of crying aloud when someone dear to him is lost, such as Ace and Tiger. Although Jimbei is normally calm and collected most of the time, he does have a humorous side. When he saw Shirahoshi outside of her room, he was immediately shocked, wondering why she was outside, and then became even more shocked seeing an injured Hachi. When Luffy paid little attention to Jimbei's story about what happened during the last 2 years, Jimbei bemoaned to the rest of the crew, commenting on what it is like having Luffy as a captain. He's also not above laughing when someone amuses him, as when Judge was yelling at Luffy about all the flaws Sanji has, that Luffy mistook as compliments. Jimbei busted into laughter, commenting he was going to have fun with his new crew. His personality in the past dramatically contrasts with the apparently tame temper in the present. In a flashback showing a battle between the Sun Pirates and Marines, Jimbei was shown to exhibit excessive brutality to enemies that even made Arlong ask him to stop. He seems to be a no-nonsense person and appears to be quite passive at times, though he did not agree with Arlong's thinking that humans always look down on fishmen. He noticed that they always seem to be afraid of them. After asking a former human slave named Koala why that is, she said it was because they did not know much about them. Jimbei stated that the unknown was scary, and remembered Otohime talking about how fishmen do not know anything about humans. Jinbei also adamantly believes that true strength should come from hard work and experience, as shown when he reprimanded Gecko Moria for implanting the shadows of others into himself in order to increase his strength, stating that all he really did was get bigger. And when he referred to the power that Hoddy Jones received from the strength enhancing pills as fake power. He can, however, see potential within those who use such cheap methods, as when he told Moria to grow stronger after defeating him. Due to his years as both a pirate and a soldier, Jimbei is a very perceptive and strategic man. He was able to deduce that when they tried to escape Impel Down, Magellan had all the marine ships stationed outside the prison, knowing the prisoners would need a ship in order to escape. This also makes Jimbei very well aware of the dangers around him, as when Big Mom would allow him to leave her crew so long as he spun her roulette. Jinbei correctly deduced it was rigged to kill him no matter where he landed, and instead chose to revolt instead and ally with Capone Beach to ensure his and his allies' survival. Originally, Jinbei was doubtful of Otohime's idols, thinking that they did not mean anything. He even openly stated that he did not care about her petition. However, after listening to Fisher Tiger's speech about peace, Jinbei grew supportive of Otohime and even admitted about the trouble the Sun Pirates caused her and joined the Shichibukai to support her cause. He even was willing to hide the body of Otohime's supposed assassin to prevent all her hard work from being destroyed. His life experience and interaction with people as an orphan, soldier and a pirate gave Jinbei incredible wisdom, having become a support of Otohime's ideology in order to promote racial harmony, which most have considered impossible. When Ace died protecting Luffy, Jinbei was one of the few to truly empathize and understand Luffy's pain, having faced a similar past experience with his sworn brother Tiger's death. Thus, Jinbei had managed to successfully convince Luffy to stop lamenting his inability to save Ace by reminding him of his bonds with his crewmates. Jinbei is also the first to notice the potential menace posed by Hoddy Jones and his executives, due to understanding how their upbringing, being influenced by Arlong's racism and their prejudice towards humans, are far greater and more extreme than Arlong due to the fact they are willing to attack fellow fishmen for interacting with humans. When Luffy decides to stop Hoddy's plans, Jinbei wanted Luffy to do so not as a violent pirate but as a selfless hero in order to regain the Fishman Island's trust in humanity. Out of sympathy, Jinbei also convinced Shirahoshi not to regret her decision to not expose Hoddy's murder of her mother to honor Otohime's memory. From what he vaguely learned from Praline about her own mother executed all her past subordinates who tried to leave her crew, Jinbei correctly deduced that Big Mom would never allow him and his crew to leave the Big Mom pirates alive. When Pedro sacrificed himself to allow the Sanji retrieval team to escape from Big Mom, Jinbei convinced Brook, Chopper and Carrot to put aside their mourning and focused on escaping Totoland to honor Pedro's resolve. Jinbei shares the same perspective as Vivi on responsibility. When Luffy asked Jinbei to join the Straw Hats, Jinbei refused, saying that there are still things that he has to do. Jinbei's decision also resembles Vivi when he also asked Luffy to let him join his crew if they meet again in the future. According to Neptune, Jinbei tends to take on too much responsibility and should learn not to. Jinbei states that he does not really care who the boss is of his crew, despite his leadership skills, so long as they can protect the crew. as shown when he allowed the Sun Pirates to work under Big Mom for their protection. Also, he only seems to follow his leader as long as they earn his respect and worth as a captain, as seen with Tiger and Luffy. While having a conversation with Ace in Impel Down, Jimbei says he does not lose hope even when a situation says otherwise, believing in a miracle will happen. This eventually became true when Luffy reached his cell to rescue Ace, although he arrived shortly after Ace was escorted to Marineford. Jinbei states he will not protect a stranger if they do not earn his respect. As stated by his friend Hawk, Jinbei's dream is for there to be friendship between humans and fishmen. Jimbei is also completely selfless, having lived his entire life helping his fellow fishmen and merfolk in any way he can. This earned him immense respect from other fishmen, such as the members of the Sun Pirates. Despite Jinbei's desire to join the Straw Hats, Jinbei personally asked the Sun Pirates permission to join, showing Jinbei cares for the opinion of his crew before himself. Part of the reason why Jinbei refused to spin Big Mom's roulette was due to the fact that the lives of his own crewmates would also be sacrificed in addition to his own. Furthermore, despite having the chance to escape Totoland, Jinbei chose to stay behind with his former crew to ensure they all escape, unwilling to leave any of them behind. As the second captain of the Sun Pirates, Jinbei is an extremely powerful pirate as a former member of the 7 Warlords of the Sea, with high authority and respect over his subordinates. It is stated that Jinbei was able to battle Portugas the Ace on equal terms, despite Ace possessing Logia powers. They both nearly killed each other in a 5-day-long fight just before Ace was taken in by Whitebeard, and in Impel Down he and Ace shared a cell on level 6. His power and influence are so great that him departing from one of the 4 Emperors' organization will severely diminish their crew's overall strength. Jinbei boasts considerable interpersonal skills which he exercises to maintain Fishman Island's connection to human organization. He served as a Shichibukai to improve relations with the world government and served under Big Mom after leaving the Shichibukai, being entrusted by Neptune to run errands to her. He was able to quickly convince Monkey D. Luffy, Capone Beige and Caesar Clown to put aside their hostilities with each other and form an alliance due to their mutual hatred towards Big Mom. Jinbei possesses immense willpower, being able to completely suppress any emotions of fear, which renders him immune to Big Mom's ability to take away a person's lifespan. This was shown again as when he stayed conscious from Big Mom's burst of Haoshoku Haki. Even for a fishman, Jinbei possesses tremendous strength. Alongside Jack, he is among the most powerful fishmen seen thus far. Shown when he threw away a giant fishman with just one kick and defeated a super rookie with one punch. On Onigashima, he was seen to be capable of grabbing Big Mom, an Emperor of the Sea, and who herself has tremendous strength, weight and durability, and easily throw her over his shoulder. He also appears to be extremely swift even on dry land, despite his large size. He could intercept an angered Luffy whilst he was using Gear 2nd prior to the time skip and prevent him from further assaulting Blackbeard and later Akainu when the latter was about to deal a second life-crippling blow upon the already injured Ace, who was being held by Luffy. In the latter's last moments in the anime, when struck by Arlong in the face, he wasn't phased and easily defeated Arlong not long after fighting. While rescuing Brook from Big Mom, Jinbei was able to swiftly grab Nami and Brook and escape from Prometheus' explosion in an instant. Jinbei has massive tolerance for pain. Not only was he one of the few people to be able to take a baptizing in boiling water in Impel Down without flinching, which is considered an impressive feat, he could also block a direct magma punch from Akainu with his bare hand. Despite being badly burnt and took a direct hit from Akainu's magma-enhanced punch, which brutally pierced his body completely, and his only reaction was to apologize to Luffy for allowing him further pain and was able to survive long enough for Law to operate on him. Oddly enough, he exclaimed in pain when beaten by Luffy, though this is most likely due to the fact that he was prepared for Akainu's attack but was caught off guard from Luffy's bite, and that it was more out of irritation than actual damage. Jinbei even withstood a sword attack from Big Mom on the Thousand Sunny that sent him crashing into the ocean and emerged almost unscathed. As a fisherman, Jimbei's physical capabilities greatly increase when he's at sea. While swimming, Jimbei lifted one of Impel Down's massive entrance doors with little effort and used it as a raft to provide passage over the sea for Crocodile, Mr. One and Buggy, with himself acting as the raft's propeller underneath. He's also an excellent swimmer, as not only did he manage to pursue the fleeing battleships, but he also outmaneuvered the incoming cannonballs fired at them by the Marines with relative ease, all the while bypassing the sea kings that infest the surrounding waters of the Calm Belt. Jimbei is an exceptional powerful master of Fishman Karate, which he can use to knock away many opponents at once and defeat extremely strong enemies. He was a child prodigy, being skilled enough that he became a black belt while he was still a child. By adulthood, Jimbei's skill in Fishman Karate has become so immense that his strikes do not even need to make physical contact with an enemy, as the water particles in the air will blow them away after a few seconds of time from the attack's initiation. Another example of his strength and Fishman Karate level is that he defeated Minor Rhinoceros, one of the 4 jailer beasts who are awakened zone Dale Fruit users, with a single uppercut. He was able to easily punch Gecko Moria, a fellow Shichibukai, a few meters away, almost knocking him out. He also knocked out Charlotte Opera, an enormous man larger than himself, in one punch. He also displayed the ability to skillfully manipulate water as if it were a tangible cloth through Fishman Karate, even using it to attack from a distance. He can cause devastating damage with this kind of technique to both people and ships. Jimbei later reveals that Fishman Karate allows him to control all the water within the vicinity, including the water in a person's body. Jimbei demonstrated this ability by splashing seawater on Gecko Moria's zombies, even though he was standing on a battlefield covered in solid ice. With this ability, he is able to harm Luffy, despite him being a robber. He is also able to secrete water from his body, like Hody did after overdosing on energy steroids. Due to his tremendous mastery of Fishman Karate, supplemented with his physical prowess, Jimbei can perform sturdy defensive blocks to stop attacks as powerful as the thrust from a shadow-strengthened Moria, one of his fellow Shichibukai. With armament haki, he managed to defend against the gigantic flaming blade of Big Mom's cognac and suffered only minor injuries. He could even counter Wadetsumi's punch, who is a giant fishman, and had also taken energy steroid with a single kick and even broke one of his fingers. It should be noted that a few moments before, Wadetsumi had brutally defeated Tsurume, a massive kraken well known for its monstrous strength. Using his own water shot, which is a basic Fishman Karate technique, Jimbei could deflect an energy steroid-powered Hody Jones water shot, which was powerful enough to destroy multiple large corals and pierce through thick stone over an immense distance with relative ease, proving Jimbei's supreme mastery of Fishman Karate when compared to Hody, a fishman with monstrous strength. Jimbei is also capable of using Fishman Karate's hidden technique, Buraiken. With this attack, Jimbei blasts the opponent's body with water. After Jimbei used this powerful attack, he sent Wadetsumi flying into the air. He also used Buraiken to send Big Mom of the Thousand Sunny with tremendous force. This was an impressive feat, as Jimbei was the first person seen to knock her down, although she was heavily weakened from her tremendous metabolism and 8-hour-long craving at the time. As a fishman who is very familiar with the sea, Jimbei is a masterful helmsman, as shown when he steered a stolen marine battleship from Impel Down to Marineford with little to no damage being inflicted on the stolen ship at all. He managed to skillfully steer the Thousand Sunny on his first try and even rode the ship within the green room of the gigantic wave homie Big Mom created, using his stacking skills. Nami describes Jimbei's skills as a helmsman, as if he were controlling the ship like his own body. Jimbei has a vast knowledge of sea currents that greatly aid his helmsman skills, as he was able to constantly keep out of range of one of the Big Mom pirates' fleets when it was pursuing the Sunny. He also managed to effortlessly steer the Thousand Sunny to evade Smoothie's flying slashes with great speed and maneuverability. Among fishermen, Jimbei has shown the unique ability to communicate with fish, even over long distances. The ability to speak with fish is usually unique to merfolk, so Jimbei's ability to do so is considered noteworthy by Crocodile. He summoned a large school of whale sharks to the Calm Belt, which was usually too dangerous with the sea kings infesting it, To assist him in a mass breakout of Impel Down, he can give the whale sharks precise orders, so they understand and obey him. Due to the calm belt being dangerously inhabited by sea kings, Jimbei would summon his whale shark comrades to help him to pass through it, as he did when leaving Amazon Lille. This indicates that the whale sharks are capable of outmaneuvering the sea kings, something that the former Shichibukai admits is troublesome for himself. There is a lot more I could talk about Jimbei, but this is already a long enough video as it is, so it is the perfect time to end it here. Next week I plan to cover the Afro musician of the Straw Hat Pirates, look forward to it. And that will be all for this video. If you like this video, leave a like, leave your thoughts in the comments below, or subscribe to the channel for more One Piece content as well as other manga content, and until next time, take care.